Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We made it to the 2023 Mid-America YouTube Meetup, hosted by none other than MT Homestead, Big Mike and Terrie. We've been here for a little while. We've got everything set up. We're gonna give you a little tour, and then, well, we're gonna give you a tour of the camp, and then we're gonna head up to the pavilion where everybody else is at. Let's check it out. You guys ready? Let's give them a tour.
So we got a hill. Yeah. We got our bikes. We have our table.
We got our table and our setup.
Yes.
We're pretty good. We got the tent over here. And if we needed one, they do have nice little grills here too. Fire pit. Look at our view, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think I picked the best view. Woo, what do you think, son?
Good.
Good?
Got our tent.
You got our tent set up right here. Actually, it's Uncle David's tent.
Nice stuff a little bit.
But we got it going on. We got a cot right here on the left that I'm gonna sleep on. Lissa has a cot to the right side, and the kids are gonna use their sleeping bags and sleep in the middle. Get our snacks over here.
Perfect view.
Yeah, Jacob, perfect, perfect view.
Maybe you guys want to jump off. Me too.
This is actually a really nice ledge, guys.
Yeah,
like it's probably, I don't know, 12 feet or so.
But then you gotta go swim over there to get up. But it's better to jump over there.
Yep, but there's no way to get up right here. But we're thinking about swimming in a little bit. After we have some dinner. Little late night swimming action.
You can just jump off. And then you can just swim over here.
So even wherever, no matter where you jump from, even if you jump from over here, this is going to be our spot to get back up on. There's a nice little rock ledge right there. It gets a little shallower, and then you can get up here.
Let me show you how to get up.
You're going to show them how to get back up, Serenity?
Yeah. First, this is how I get. There's two different ways. You can climb up right there. This is how I get down here. I parkour.
My little Dora the Explorer. Oh yeah, good job, Serenity.
Much easier.
Much easier.
I'm gonna try it. Hi.
Uncle David and Lissa hanging out over there.
Todd jumped.
There's Talon. How'd you get over? How did you cross that gap? What? Hardcore parkour. Ugh. We just jumped it too, guys. Hey, yeah, look, somebody did a little graffiti. Looks like a Pokemon, man.
Pokeball right there.
Yep. So this is our diving spot, guys. We're gonna jump from right here off these rocks. We're gonna jump out here and play and swim around, and we can just swim right back over here and use this rock ledge, and then we can get out right here, guys, and climb right back up. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. But man, what fun we're gonna have. Let's go up to the pavilion and meet everybody. $22? Yeah. Holy smokes.
Different burgers in there.
Okay. What's up, guys? We made it up here to the pavilion. It is slam-packed, action-packed, hugs going around there. We are hanging out so nicely. There's so many people here. I've met so many people. It's like a big family reunion, everybody. I'm here on the grill, hanging out, cooking some hamburgers. Let me spin you guys around and check it out. What? You see everybody making their plates? Got you a burger, son? You want ketchup or anything? All right. Yeah, we got some burgers rolling right here. I'm in the Blackstone. Two great gentlemen over here hanging out with the bratwurst.
Oh, he's telling lies.
What?
I heard they.
Lies? Are they not bratwurst?
No, you said two fine men.
All right. Two okay-looking men, I guess. They're not fine. They're not fine. At least I don't think they're fine. I'm sure maybe some other woman may or other man may find them fine. I don't know. That's right. Ain't no Bud Light here. Man, check out the pavilion, everybody. It's looking nice. It is looking nice. Lots of party favors. We got cups. Ooh, that's what I like to see. That's right. That's right. Everybody's hanging out, having a good time, y'all. We'll bring you back in a minute. We got to flip these burgers. Flip them. Hanging over here at the Ridge Crib. We got everybody hanging out with us right now, guys. What's up, son? Oh, you're just saying hi? What's going on? Man, just spin you around on the family. Man, look at that Ridge Crib. Man. Look at all this Ridge Life merch, guys. He's ridged up. Hey, check me out, guys. I got the last Ridge Life shirt, huh? And I gotta say, it probably looks better on me than anybody else here. Man, look at this Ridge Life. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't see Tim in his Ridge Life shirt. Dang, we're like twins. I tell you what, we're tied for best looking in the shirt. We'll go with that.
I'm not gonna.
I can't say he's better looking than me. I mean, who am I to say another man is better looking than me, right? Man. Hey, look at the Uncle Come On banner. Hey, now that's a banner, right? That's a mean banner. Got Mike from 3 Mississippi, Sid hanging out with us. The one and only Auntie Ann and her husband. Man, Anthony and Roxanne hanging out with us. We got some awesome folks over here. Say hi, guys. Oh, that's right. This is our newest family, huh?
Gillum Farms, right here in Tahlequah.
Gillum Farms, guys, right here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma.
Johnny and Christine.
Johnny and Christine. Hey, you guys should definitely go check out Johnny and Christine at right here from Oklahoma. Are you guys homesteaders as well, or
Farm Life Homesteading.
Farm Life homesteading? Okay, nice.
A little bit of everything.
Nice.
Chickens.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Nice. Man, he can be real handy, guys. Real handy. Man. Yeah, we thought I'd bring everybody back, show them what's going on here at the Ridge Crib. Man, we're hanging out. Dang, look, even Mama V snuck up on us in here, guys. Mama V's hanging out with us. How's your day been so far?
Caught a couple fish.
Did you end up catching some fish?
Nice.
Did were they ugly?
That was ugly.
Nice. She might have won the ugly fish contest, guys. When are they gonna announce the winners?
No idea.
Did you take pictures of them, or did you turn them in, or?
Actually, I caught the one on, actually both of them on the live stream that MT was doing.
What? Man, to catch both fish on the live stream, that's amazing.
Yep. So I didn't take any pictures because she's got them.
Okay. No need. It's on camera already.
Okay.
Man. So you've been having a good day?
Oh yeah. Awesome.
First meetup for me has been amazing.
Oh, that's right. It is your first meetup.
Yep. I haven't even got tired yet. Everybody's been telling me, "Oh, you're gonna get wore out. You're working 24/7."
Yep.
But it's not really work if you enjoy it, huh? Man.
No, it's a lot of fun.
And you guys already know, I love bumping these gums. I could talk forever.
Yeah, you've been an integral part of this, man. Up there cooking and
I've been hanging
just
out.
running around.
I've been. We
hanging
cooked some hamburgers. We cooked some breakfast. We've been hanging out tough.
out. Right.
Speaking of cooking, guys, look what Anthony brought. Little Camp Chef. This little butane burner, I believe, is what it is. A butane. It's not propane. Flips open right here. Listen, and I actually used to have one of these. I think we still got it, and it's our favorite thing to use when we go camping.
Got one in the bus. It's awesome.
Man. Got some of Sid's nuts right here.
And this is a dope. They're not mine.
Firecracker. Well, they're not your nuts,
I did make the firecracker.
but they're nuts that belong to you.
Well, I'm sharing my. That sounds.
Guys,
Okay.
the fieriest of firecrackers.
Yeah, I did. And it's live, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
The woman, the myth, the legend, Auntie Ann. Man. Auntie Ann +1.
Mike. Mike.
Mike and Mike. Mike, meet Mike. As we've said about 100 times here, guys, if you don't know any of the guys' names, it's probably Mike or Steve or Gary. It's probably one of the three. Yeah, there's so many Mikes and Garys here. But these firecrackers is what I was sneaking over here for. Are these yours?
Yeah, I want one.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're not really mine, but if it got me a cracker.
It got you a cracker, come out. Man, this huge come on homesteading banner, so this is going to be the last meetup you use for this banner, huh? Man. You're going to walk around a little bit. Eat some of these firecrackers. Man. Fire. Don't eat it. You know, Jacob's been over here at the food. Jacob and Wyatt's been getting all the merch and snacks that they can get.
You want to go get some Ridge Life stuff?
Some Ridge Life.
Wait. You have to get the key.
Caps.
The freshest pen. Freshest pen.
I know you guys have seen the pavilion already, but this is pretty cool. Look at these piñatas. Stay ugly, guys. Woo! Dessert. Chocolate cake. Pineapple upside down cake. Strawberry. Little strawberry. Man. Nice. This is going to be some good treats, guys. Some delicious treats. So check out the appreciation.
I actually think
Oh, you guys are good? The Lake Tenkiller, Oklahoma Mid-American YouTube Meetup. Everybody signed it, guys. At least I think everybody signed it. Drifting Dreamers Pod. You know we got into it. This is getting to be pretty awesome, guys. Some more snacks over here. These are the real snacks right here. Double the pressure. Double the pressure.
Double the pressure. Everybody's watching.
Yeah.
Unless you're live.
Oh, I'm not live. Also, we can still have the power of editing.
Editing, and you guys are going to be amazed how these come off.
It looks like a tube.
It is.
You guys are getting some exclusive shots right here, guys.
I'm gonna get.
Yes, you are.
Oh, we need some dollars for them shots. Man, we got some painting going on over here. What? Look at the colors, guys. I might have to get my face painted. Are you gonna get your face painted?
She's getting their arms and her legs painted.
Ooh.
Butterflies and glitter.
Oh, I love butterflies and I love glitter. It's a good combination.
A yellow, golden,
Ooh, look at that. That is beautiful.
and a pink.
And look, and she's doing a stencil on your leg. That's pretty awesome. Where everything is going down. Slew of hot dogs. Still got plenty of burgers left. Everybody's hanging out nice. A lot of the kids have been hanging out. One of the subscribers brought this little thing. They've been over there playing most of the day. And this is pretty much the gist of it, guys. You got 2 bags? Sweet. Jacob's coming up on every corner that he possibly can.
Here comes trouble.
Finally,
Drifter down.
the man, the myth, the legend, David Moffat. What's going on, brother?
Not much.
Man.
You know, we're supposed to be doing an interview at some point. You want to do that?
Absolutely. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Alright.
How is this your guys' first meetup?
Our first meetup, our first time to Oklahoma.
Okay, nice. It's also my first meetup and my second time to Oklahoma.
Really? Where'd you come first time?
When I was 16, well, the summer in between 15 and 16, I used to live here, not too far from here in a town called Sapulpa, Oklahoma. It's about an hour or so south of Tulsa. Maybe not an hour, but it's a little bit southwest of Tulsa. And I did my freshman year of high school there, and then I moved back to Florida. So I got a little taste of it, and then we came back. Yeah.
Now you're in Arkansas and it's not much different.
And now I'm in Arkansas, and it's not much different. Right. Look, more kids, guys. All the kids are coming up.
Yeah, punching.
A punching balloon.
And a yo-yo. Me too.
I like yo-yos.
Yeah, punching balloon and a yo-yo.
Heck yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I know we hung out tough at the MT Homestead 2023 Mid-American Meetup. It was such an amazing time. But guys, it's back to the basics. We got to get back. It's time to get going. We got our tomatoes right here, and we're thinking about doing something with them. I got to do something, guys.
Let me just stop you right there. All right, hold on. So I hear y'all been disrespecting tomato plants up here.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
do something about that.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, Mike from 3 Mississippi, and you know, I saw, first of all, we sent these tomatoes up here to these guys, and we are honored and blessed that they're growing 3 Mississippi tomatoes up here at Dreamer's Landing on Come On Mountain. But some people got a little worried about the fact that they planted them so close together, right?
Yep.
Some people they got real worried, didn't they?
Like, some of them got downright rude.
Right.
Yeah.
So, listen, guys, tomatoes are a weed. They're going to grow. Now, there are things that we do to tomatoes, right? In our spacing, in our nutrients, in our watering, in our pruning, that, you know, essentially are going to lead towards a better fruit, a more palatable fruit for us.
Right.
But if you left these tomatoes exactly like they are right now, gave them some water, didn't let them dry out, they would grow. They wouldn't be ideal, but they would grow. I kind of like the idea of seeing if we can take your new compact growing method and actually producing some good fruit out of it. I think we can.
Okay.
All right. So first thing you're gonna need is one of these. All right?
Hey, thank
You're gonna
you.
have to have some good clippers. Now, we were talking about pruning tomatoes. If they're real small little suckers, a lot of times I'll just pinch them off, right?
Okay.
But remember,
what size would you say are too
so
small?
let's see if we can find an example for you here.
I thought we had one growing.
Yeah,
in
see
here.
that little guy right there, that little guy?
Okay.
If you can see that, I would go ahead and pinch that off.
All right.
Okay? It's fine. All right, just push my thumbnail against my finger and pinch it off. But let's say you're trying to cut something that big, all right? Remember, every time you cut this plant, that's an open wound in the plant. There's potential for disease to get in, and you know, so I like anytime I'm really pruning the plants for it to be a nice clean cut. Okay. All right, so you've got, let's see what you got here. You've got a silage right here. So this is what we call a semi-determinate.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna come back to what that means. Cherry buzz is a indeterminate. Pomerado squisito is a indeterminate. Mystery plant down here, Martino's Roma is a determinate, okay? And then orange accordion is an indeterminate. So the challenge you have here is going to be that your indeterminate tomatoes are vines. They want to grow like a vine, all right? And your determinate tomatoes, like this little Martino's Roma, they want a bush, okay? And set out determinate, right? Set out, you know, most of their harvest, most of their crop, their fruit all at once, okay? These guys right here, they're gonna grow up as a vine, and they're gonna be setting fruit throughout the entire growing season of the plant.
So determinate means it's gonna flower all at one time, and indeterminate is just like intermediate flowering.
That's right,
Okay.
that's right. So what do you think semi-determinate means, this silage right here?
So semi would be a little of both?
That's right. So this guy right here is going to set out multiple flowers and set kind of a little flush at once. You're going to harvest all those, and then guess what? A couple weeks later, or a week later, you're going to see a bunch more flowers come out. It's going to have another flush throughout the season, right? Now you've got a great variety here also. I know that because I grew them for them. These are kind of a beefsteak style, right? These cherry buzz speak for themselves. They're a cherry tomato. Your pomerados, also kind of like a table slicer.
Okay.
And then your orange accordions. These are a beautiful big orange heirloom that's got all the wrinkles in it, right?
Yep.
I mean, they taste amazing, outstanding, and they're one of my favorite tomatoes. So what we got to do is we got to overcome a couple of things. One is water, right? So when you put this many tomatoes in a grow bag, this grow bag is going to dry out super fast. Okay. one tomato in a grow bag can dry out faster than I like, all right? With this many in here, they're all competing for whatever moisture they have in there. And once that moisture's gone, it's gone, right? So we're gonna overcome that with this little trick right here, a kiddie pool.
Kiddie pool. Okay.
Right.
We're
So,
taking them swimming.
That's right, we're taking them swimming. So let's take this kiddie pool. You got a drill, right?
Yep.
All right, what this kiddie pool is gonna do is it's gonna hold a little bit of water in the bottom, but we don't want it to hold so much water that it drowns these guys, right? You know, tomatoes don't like wet feet, but they also don't like to dry out too much. So I'm gonna come up, you know, let's say about right there. All right, and I'm gonna drill holes all the way around this thing, okay? And then when we set this on a spot, we wanna make sure that spot's level, okay? So I'm just making sure that I can't get any more water in here than that. And believe it or not, you have a good rain event and it fills up to there with water, and then the sun comes out for a couple of days, they're gonna drink that water right up.
Ah, okay. So
Now-
it's actually like helping water it.
That's right. Once you do this, you can actually bottom water these plants by filling this with water instead of pouring the water into the top.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yep.
And if there's one thing I know about, guys, it's how to hold some water, right?
All right, so now we're gonna pretend this is sitting on level ground right now and it's where we want it. Now where we want it is important too, okay? Tomatoes need sunlight, right? And the best sunlight is morning sunlight, okay? The afternoon sunlight gets a lot hotter, gets a lot more brutal, and it's a little meaner to the plant. So when you decide where you're gonna put this permanently, that direction right there is gonna be where you want it to be the farthest from the tree line.
Okay.
So as the sun comes up in the morning, they get more morning sun, okay? And if it's close to any tree line, you want that tree line to be on this side of them, that direction there, because the sun sets over there.
Right, right.
Giving them a little shade in the worst part of the day.
Okay.
So you find your spot and you put them there. Now let's just grab these guys and we're gonna set them right in here. Okay, now, the next thing we're gonna do is talk about nutrients, okay? One of the other problems with crowding tomatoes is that the entire amount of nutrients that these plants have for the rest of their life is what's in that bag right now.
Right.
Okay. Now what's in that bag right now is that much dirt, okay, about right there, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. These plants will grow, whether anybody thinks they will or not. They will grow, but they're going to grow real spindly, real weak. If they put out fruit, that fruit's not going to be desirable. It's not going to be as palatable. Remember, the plant's goal, the end goal of this plant is one thing: to produce seeds.
Okay.
Okay, now those seeds are in that fruit, right?
Right.
But the quality of the fruit is not what's important to the plant. The seed is what's important. Procreation. That's what the plant is trying to do, right? So the things that we do that impact this plant are what we're doing is we're trying to impact the quality of that fruit in the end. We want it juicier, bigger, more, decadent, but just more palatable.
Right.
Right? So, plants need nutrients, right? And they obviously need, they need photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is important, and but they also really need nutrients and water.
Right.
Okay. So we're solving the water problem right here. Now we're going to solve the nutrient problem. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to give them more dirt.
Okay.
Now remember, I was telling you that tomato plants, you can bury them real deep.
Okay.
Okay. So get your little clippers right there, and what you're going to do is you're going to clip off. I'll show you one time. See these branches right here? You're going to clip those branches off, just like that. And we're going to come way up these plants. We're going to try to get the dirt all the way up to here.
Okay. And should we leave the clippings in there?
No, I'm going to pull those out.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to clip up. We don't want any branches to be buried, any leaves to be buried when we add the dirt. So let's get you some practice. Start the clipping. Clip those bad boys all the way up to here.
How close should we be to the stalk of the plant? See how this one is, baby?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good right there.
So like this one would have to go.
Absolutely. I know it's scary. It's scary to trim these things.
I know. It's like,
You're like, oh, what am I doing to this plant?
And are tomato plants tough? If we bump them around too much, will it kill the plant?
No, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. And even if you stress them, you know, if you miss some watering and they get a little bit stressed and you see the plant drooping a little bit, that'll definitely have some impact on any of the fruit that is setting at that time. But some more fruit's going to come along and do just fine. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull your tags, and I'm going to lay them like this so that I know exactly where they were. So we got 3 across that front, and we got our cherry buzz in the middle, and then we got our silence right there. Okay, so now you got these guys all pruned up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add more dirt. We're going to get as much dirt in here as we can get all the way up these plants. So we remember that the nutrients that are in this dirt, man, that's what's feeding them, right?
Right.
So when you're buying dirt for potted plants, okay, it's going to have some nutrients mixed in with it.
Okay.
And some organic material that's decomposing. Some dirt, the cheaper dirt, if it's like $3.99 for 2 cubic feet, probably not so pretty good. Okay. Right? So keep that in mind. Always cut towards yourself. So
Why we're recording this, so we can go back.
Yeah.
So-
I also thought I was glad that we recorded it when we were at 3 Mississippi so I could go back. But guess what? I forgot to go back.
that's all right. This is going to be a fun, this is going to be an exciting experiment. We're going to grow 5 plants in a confined space, and I predict you guys are going to get a great harvest out of it.
Okay, it's the tomato commune.
But listen, I have one rule, okay? I have one rule that you guys have to promise to follow.
Okay.
That is this rule right here. Every day, unless you're out of town, every day, I want you to touch every one of these plants.
Okay.
Some days that's all you'll have time to do. But every day, I want you to go touch these plants. And if you do that, you're going to go down there, and most days, you're going to be looking at them, you're going to be pruning them, you're going to be paying attention to whether or not they have bugs on them, you're going to be paying attention to whether or not they're getting overwatered or underwatered. I just want you to promise that you're going to touch these plants every day.
That's a promise.
That's a promise.
Plus, they like to be touched.
Right? Who doesn't like to be touched?
Get that good dirt in there.
Are the stuff that's in the soil, this is the nutrients and stuff that's
Yeah,
in
they
the
got
soil?
all kinds of good stuff mixed in here. And if we were growing, 1 tomato in a bag, this soil would probably be good enough just like it is. But we're gonna talk about adding some stuff to it.
Okay. Good close. And we're about to the branches.
Okay. All right. We're gonna leave this. What's left in this bag?
That's way deeper than I anticipated it being.
That's right. That's right. And as this gets rained on a little bit and settles, you might add some more. So we're going to leave this bag here.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, the next thing we want to talk about is how are these plants going to grow? Okay. Well, like I said, these ones here are going to vine up. Okay. And this one right here, this Roma is going to bush up.
Okay.
Okay. Which means that it's going to be crowded in there. All right. But as these grow and vine up what you're going to build a trellis and you're going to stake these. We're going to talk about that in a minute. As these grow up, you're going to keep the lower branches trimmed off of them. Okay. They're not going to need those lower branches down there, those lower, sun panels, those lower leaves, because those are going to be crowding your Roma here, your determinant that's going to want to bush. Okay. So you're going to come up and you're going to, as it grow up a little bit, you'll start leaving some leaves obviously up here, right?
Okay.
And we'll continue to kind of coach through. You can send me pictures every week. But the next thing we're going to do is once we get these positioned exactly where you want them, we're going to put some stakes in the ground.
Okay.
Now you can do, one on each side, run one across the top, You can do 3 around it. You can do 4 around it. But you're going to want to get some stakes up kind of high. These guys right here will grow 6 feet tall if you let them.
Really?
Under a good environment. Absolutely. That's right. I've seen them grow 7, 8 feet tall. Okay. So you're going to want to get some stakes that are kind of high. T-posts work good. And then you're going to run some. You can either do some small stakes, some bamboo or something up to those. I use string. I pull string down from it and get some little tomato clips, put them around the bottom, and then as the tomato grows, I wind it around that string as it grows. Okay.
Because it's a vine, it wants to grow anyway.
That's right. It wants to grow up. Now it's a vine that doesn't have tentacles like a cucumber. Cucumber grabs a hold and pulls itself up. You'll see some squash that do that. These don't do that. So it's a vine that grows up and then falls down and then grows across the ground in nature.
Okay.
We're going to keep this thing growing straight up. All right. Now, some people will tell you, hey, you know, if you cut those indeterminate suckers off, you're missing out on a whole bunch of produce. Well, look, I'll debate with those guys all day long. That yes, if you leave those suckers on, those suckers are going to become a stem that's then going to have flowers and then going to create produce. Right. Okay. Remember, what we're looking for is not only produce but quality of produce. Right. Right. So all of those, anything that's above ground that this plant doesn't need to support the fruit that it's making for you, I don't want that plant to have. Okay. If I try to get this plant to make too much fruit all at once, that fruit is not going to be as palatable, right? And that's what's important to me. So I'd rather grow 2 plants, half as many fruit per plant to get the quality of fruit that I want, than try to get all of that out of 1 plant, right? So that's why I predict that crowding these is not going to be as big a deal as some people think it is. Okay. I honestly think that we're going to limit what we're getting out of each of these plants, and it's going to be great. It's going to be high quality. Okay. So we're going to control the water right here. We're going to make sure they're in a spot where they're getting all the morning sun you can give them. And if there's any shade, that shade's going to be coming from the west, right? That hot, brutal evening sun. Remember, this is black, and black is a color that... It's going to absorb the heat. That's right. And then we're going to prune them, and we're going to touch them every day. That's 5 plants you have to touch every day, okay? And then we're going to feed them, all right? Now, let's talk about feeding them. Like I said earlier, if there was only 1 plant in this dirt, you could probably get away with never feeding that plant. I probably still would, but you could probably get away with never feeding that plant, okay? But plants like food, just like you and I. Right. Think about a child that's trying to grow. It's not going to grow without food, right? So, you know, nitrogen is something that's really important for the foliage, the leaves, but nitrogen, too much nitrogen as the plant grows pushes the plant into continuing to grow foliage. Okay, so you got to be careful about what you feed when. Now, what I have right over here is some feed that I picked up from your local Walmart. I actually picked this up on the way over here today. Okay, and most plant food has these 3 numbers on it. Okay, these 3 numbers right here are the 3 main nutrients that people talk about when they're talking about fertilizer. Okay. A lot of people you hear talk about, like farmers talk about triple 13. That's just 13, 13, 13. Okay. All right, and they'll put that on pastures a lot. All right, so how this breaks down is right here. Nitrogen, that's your 12%. Okay. Phosphate or phosphorus, that's your 10. Okay. And then potash or potassium, that's your 5. Okay. Now, all of these things, you can get all of these things by composting, and that's where you guys are going to get to eventually. You got your chicken manure, that's super high in nitrogen. Please don't ever put that on these until you've composted it first. Okay. Then you've got you can capture your ashes from your burning pits for your potash, right? So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do when you're composting. And any of your greens and any of the stuff that you're trimming, you put in there, and you can build some really awesome living soil. But we're going to start with this. I would have preferred that middle number to be a little higher, personally. Okay. But this is the best one that I found at the Walmart on the way to your guys' farm as I was driving here. So we're not gonna feed these right now because we just added soil that has food mixed in with it, okay? But what you're gonna do is you're gonna come back along in a couple of weeks and you're gonna add a little bit of this, okay? Just get a good, like a handful, and you're gonna sprinkle it in here, all right? And you're just gonna kind of water it in, all right? And then, let's say maybe about the time it starts really setting some fruit, I'm not counting that. In fact, if I were you, I would trim that off. Yep, because to me, that plant is too small. I don't want that plant focused on fruit yet. Okay. And those blooms right there, I would trim those off, okay? And some people have a hard time trimming off flowers and fruit off of their plants, but you know, I really want these plants to get a little bigger and get a little healthier before I allow them to start focusing on the fruit. Now, when you see them, they get a little bit bigger and they actually start setting some fruit, that's when I give them a little bit of fertilizer. Okay? Okay. And then maybe about halfway through the growing season, I give them a little bit more. Okay, remember, the only nutrients these plants are getting right now is what's inside this little tiny space. It's not like they have the ability to reach down in the ground and get more. Okay. So when these plants are growing out in nature, okay, they kind of have a symbiotic relationship with some of the parasitic microorganisms in the fungi family that are in the ground. They'll latch onto the roots of these plants, and it's a really cool handshake. That fungi under the ground will be getting its sunlight, essentially, right? Right. From these plants, and in return, it'll be reaching down and getting that magnesium and the micro and macro nutrients and bringing them back up and giving to this plant.
And that's the earth working together.
That's right. That's right. That's the whole no-till gardening thing. You don't have that here, so you have to keep in mind that you have to provide that for these plants. Well, this particular deal right here, if you look down in here, look at this. What do we have? Ooh, calcium, 3%. You know what that does? That helps you combat blossom end rot, okay? You ever seen a tomato, when it starts to grow, the end of the tomato where the blossom is, it starts to rot before the tomato? Yeah. Okay, that's a calcium deficiency most of the time, okay? Magnesium, look at that, sulfur, iron, manganese, zinc. So what's happening here is we're replacing those micro and macro nutrients that these plants are not able to get through that, you know, symbiotic relationship with the microorganisms in the ground, okay?
It really sounds like, I mean, we don't know much about plants, and especially like edible plants, but it sounds like plants are a lot like humans, where we need different kind of nutrients and vitamins and minerals to be able to live a good, healthy life.
That's right, and you know what? And we need different ones in different stages of our life, right? Like I was saying earlier, you know, high nitrogen early on when the plant is focused on foliage and growth, that's awesome. But you know, when it comes time to for this thing to set fruit, then you really want more of the phosphate, right? The phosphorus. That's what's going to help with the fruit better. So, like I said, this one right here, this is a pretty good all-around one for what you're doing, and I think it's going to give you the results you want. We don't want to nerd out so much that it's overwhelming and say use this fertilizer when this happens and this fertilizer when that happens. Trust me, if you enjoy this, you'll get to that point, right? Because you'll be doing, but I think that if you do the things we talked about right here, you are going to have some awesome tomatoes out of this guy right here.
Okay, okay.
I do. So let's put our little tags back in so we know what they are. So I started on this side, right? This one was all the way back here. And that's it. You guys are tomato farmers.
Woo!
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you,
right.
Now I can stop having tomato nightmares.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome.
See, guys,
disrespectful.
all you got to do to get the Plant Whisperer to your house, just disrespect his tomatoes, guys. He'll be coming up here to point you in the right direction.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mike. That was actually a surprise. Like, I knew you were coming today, but I didn't know that you were going to be able to really lace us up on what we're supposed to be doing.
Wouldn't have missed the opportunity for the world.
Thank you so much.
You bet, man. You bet.
So let's go find these tomatoes a home, and we'll get going to it.
I got a question.
Question?
Yes. My tomatoes got disrespected as well. And I have peppers with my tomatoes. Is that a problem?
That's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Not a problem.
Will it make my tomatoes hot?
It will not. In fact, I'll do a whole other video at some point on this. But people that say if you put a bell pepper next to a hot pepper, you're going to have hot bell peppers,
Yeah.
that is false.
Oh.
That is false.
So it looks like I'm still going to have to make the salsa, guys.
That's right. You're going to have to make the salsa.
Man, I was this close.
And cut.